Okay, so for today's lesson, we are going to still solve our inequalities, but we're going to do inequality word problems. You just need to be very careful that you know which words or phrases stand for which inequality symbol. So if you see this symbol right here, you know that let's try this again. If you see this symbol right here, you know you're dealing with less than and fewer than. If you see this symbol right here, that's greater than and more than. If you see a symbol like this stands for at most or no more than. It looks kind of different than what you would think, because if we said to you, I have at most $20 in my wallet. Well, at most $20 means I could have 20, but I can't have 21. At most, the most I have. So that means it's going to be $20 or less than that. And that's the same thing with no more than. If I have no more than $20 in my wallet, then I've got $20 max or anything less. At least is going to be, I'm sorry, the greater than equal to symbol will be at least or no less than. Same idea. If I know that I've got at least $20 in my wallet, then I could have 20, 21, 22, 23. If I've got no less than $20, again, I could have 20, 21, 22, 23. So the at most, no more than, which you would think would be a greater than symbol, really is not. It's the less than. And then the at least and the no less than is really the greater than symbol. So it gets kind of tricky. So you might need to ask yourself, what does it mean if I have at least this or at most that? And that's how you're going to translate your symbols. So what we need to do here now is we need to solve, set up an algebraic inequality, and we're going to solve, and it wants us to graph as well. We'll graph some of the ones, but then we won't graph all of them because some of them are not that important. But the idea here is the sum of a number and 6 is at least 19. So just to kind of get into the habit, it doesn't say to define the variable, but x is the number that we're looking for. Okay, so the sum of a number. So the sum of a number and 6 is at least. At least means it's greater than or equal to. So there's your setup. When you solve this thing, you subtract 6 from both sides. X is greater than or equal to 13. So all that will be left to do is come over here. There's your solution at 13. Here's 14. Here's 12. And it's a filled in circle because 13 is greater than or equal to 13 and any other value to the right. Let's go for the next one. 8 less than a number. So again, we're trying to find what this number is all about, or the value that we're dealing with. So 8 less than a number, x minus 8, is no more than less than or equal to 27. So then you're going to add 8 to both sides, and x is, whoopsie, it's the wrong direction, sorry. So x is less than or equal to 35. And then again, 34, solution point in the middle, 35, 36, filled in circle. It's less than, so any value to the left of. Okay, here's the next one. The difference of twice a number and 15 is no more than the sum of 4 times that number and 17. So again, we're still looking for some number, the number. So the difference, subtraction, the difference of twice that number and 15 is no more than, less than or equal to, the sum of 4 times that number and 17. I'm going to subtract 2x on both sides. Negative 15 less than or equal to 2x plus 17. Subtract 17 on both sides. And then you're going to get negative 32 is less than or equal to 2x. Divide both sides by 2. You're not dividing by a negative, you're dividing into a negative. All good. So then you get negative 16 is less than or equal to x. When you graph this, you need to be very careful which way you put your arrow. So negative 16 and then negative 17 on the left, negative 15, whoops, on the right. If I were to read this from variable to the right, variable going left, I should say. This actually reads as x is greater than or equal to negative 16. Why this solution is fine, this is a better solution to graph from, because now I know that with my closed circle, I'm really going to talk about numbers to the right, because I can do that tail trick as long as the variable is on the left-hand side. Make sure you're okay with that one. Okay. Next. You are in charge of buying flowers for the flower beds around your school. You cannot spend over $75. The flowers cost $15 for a flat. A flat just has a whole bunch of flowers in it. What are the possible numbers of flowers you can buy? It's really the possible numbers of flats of flowers, quite honestly. So you know that X is going to be the number of flats or the number of flowers. If that's what you write, that's okay. You can't spend over $75. You have to spend less than or equal to $75. You know that flats cost $15. So $15 times X, $15 a flat. Divide both sides by 15, and X is less than or equal to 5. So how many what are the possible amounts of flowers you can buy? Flats you can buy, well, you can buy none. It could really be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 flats. Now, why would somebody buy 0? I have no idea. But what are the possible values, the possible numbers? That's going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Okay. Next one. You can order discount movie tickets from our website for $7 each. You must also pay a shipping fee of $4. You want to spend no more than $40 on movie tickets. So find the possible number of movie tickets that you can order. Okay, so again, X is going to be the number of tickets that you can order. So we know that we can't spend any more than $40. So it's going to be less than or equal to 40. We know that the tickets cost $7 each, which is 7x. And then the shipping fee is something you have to pay. So it's plus that $4 that you're going to have to pay. So then when you solve this, you subtract $4. So basically by taking out the shipping fee, you really can only spend $36. When you divide both sides by 7, it doesn't go in evenly. Let's kind of see what happens here. 7 into 36.0. 7 times 5 is 35. Subtract 1, carry down the 0. Bring up your decimal point. 5.1, which is going to be 10, 3, another 0, another 0. And then we could go to 4. So we can see that we're not going to get any sort of whole number. So we've got this answer. X is less than or equal to 5.14 and some other stuff. Well, you can't buy a partial ticket. It doesn't work that way. So the number of movie tickets you can order, well, you can't order any more than 5. So you can order, find the possible number of tickets you can order. You can order 5 or less tickets. Okay, we rounded down in this case. All right, so that's it. So I think the hard part is, can you set up the inequality, and then can you solve it? I didn't graph these last two. That's okay. That's it. So good luck on your homework.